Good morning, everyone out there. I am Karin Braxton. I'm coming to you live from Bozeman, Montana. Let me see if I can find myself on the computer while we're waiting here. Let's see what's... Sometimes you have to refresh. There we go. Good. Found myself right away. Good. Takes a few minutes for people to find us. And I will look for some comments in a few minutes. Oh, I have a fun craft along this morning for you all. And if you are watching, please thumbs up, comment, tell us where you're from. Sharing is great. I love that when you share with your friends. And please put the word share, because sometimes comments are hidden. I don't know who has shared. So please, if you are sharing, also type the word share in the comment, and then I'll know and I can write it down and comment back. So anyway, we have some fun things going on today. We're going to be using the Seaside Wishes from the new catalog, our annual catalog. We are working on page 73, Seaside Wishes. It is probably one of my very, very favorite bundles. It was the first bundle in the catalog that I used. And I think I have the card behind me. I'm not sure. It's not one that we're doing today, but I did it. Hey, Cindy. Hi, Shar. Good to see you girls this morning. We take a second and say hi. Let's see, Anne Louise, Kathy, are you driving? Oh, you're in Bozeman now. Hi, Brenda, Mary Ellen. Good to see you all. Thank you for sharing. And if you share today, I will be giving you a package of gems. I will put these in the mail for anyone who shares. These are I have quite a few of these pebbled enamel shapes. I have these and I really stocked up when they were leaving us because I think they're so great for summer beach cards. And that's what we're doing today is the Seaside Wishes. So we're going to be working with this hybrid set today that I will be showing you. It is a beauty for sure. Hey, good morning, Lavon. And I have my die cutting machine set up right over here. So we'll be doing that today. And I want to remind you that, let me see, where did I put my paper? Well, here it is, underneath. I know this is backwards. This is the last. Today and tomorrow are thanks, Lavon, for sharing. Today and tomorrow are the last days for bonus coupons. For every $50 that you spend, you get a $5 coupon that you save to your computer or you print. And then starting on Thursday, August 1st, we can redeem. So I have collected quite a few coupons in the last month, and I will probably have more than $100 of free merchandise. So the coupons are like free money, so you want to make sure you take good care of them. So you have today and tomorrow to place orders. I can help you with your order also. Thanks, Anne Louise, for sharing. And if anytime you attend a class, this is my summer extravaganza. Look at this gigantic jar. It is filled, and we're going to keep pushing it down because we have a month to go. Every time you take a class, anytime you purchase anything for $25, you get a ticket. If you purchase $100, you get 4 tickets. And don't worry, those of you who have ordered from me online, Brenda, I see that you're here. Every time, Brenda, you have ordered, I have put tickets in the jar with your name on them. So I write your name. So even if you're like Mary and Brenda, you're online customers of mine, I just put the tickets in there. If you buy something, if you attend a class, if you order a kit from me, you get tickets. So then at the end of August 31st, I will be doing a drawing for big prizes. We have a tool kit. Hey, Pam, good to see you this morning. I enjoyed reading your comments this morning. And you get, I have a tool kit that I'm giving away, a Simply scoreboard, which I love. I don't think I'm using one today, but I don't have it. It's over there by my I have a high counter over here. And what's the other thing we're doing? A little mini cut and emboss machine. So some big prizes. And good morning, Martina. So that's the jar, the extravaganza. I have done this for several years. I didn't do it last year because we had just moved into this house, but I've done it probably for 4 years now. And now I have an extra big jar too. I didn't have that before. Let me take a sip of water before I'm talking so much. Okay, today is craft along. What is a craft along? Craft along is where I have prepared, once a month I'm doing this, and it's part of my Tuesday Facebook Live free classes. But on a craft along, I have made up kits already. So I have all these kits that I've made up, and I've typed up PDF instruction sheets. There are three different projects, and you have 3 sets of instructions. And so those are all ready to go. And then you get 2 of each kit. Anytime you place an order of $40 or more, you get this kit. And if you place an order of $50 or more, so for $40, you get the 6 cards and the directions. If you place an order for $50 or more, you get these flat-backed adhesive pearls. They are gorgeous. They look like a pearl you would find in a clamshell or something. We had that one, that we used to have that one die that would open up as a clam. They're really pretty. So we're going to be using those today. And I do all the die cutting. And this one, there was a lot of intricate die cutting. I also have a die cutting helper. And I also do the embossing for you. So all you have to do is you have to use your own stamps. So you can either buy the set or you can use things that you have in your stash. And you have to use your own ink, but otherwise I do the work for you. So all you do is place an order. And if you'd like to place an order with me, you can do that online by yourself and you will get your coupons. You can call me, text me, email me, message me, and I can place the order for you. And you will still get all those coupons, or the coupons for the for each $50 that you spent. So that's the craft along. This is probably my 4th month to do this. So it's a relatively new thing, and I'm getting more used to it. It's a little bit weird for me because I don't know how many people are going to buy the kits. So I make up like 12 or 14 kits, and then times 2. And then hopefully I'm going to sell those. Okay, we are working out of the annual catalog. Seaside Wishes is the name of the set. Page 73. If you want to turn to that, you can. I'll just put that back there. It's a wonderful set. And we are going to, let me just check the messages. Hey, Janet from Washington. Good to see you. Oh, you can finally see blue skies. The smoke is subsiding in Washington. Well, that's good. Hey, Noreen. I'm glad you're joining us today. Let me see. It's Connie from North Carolina. Carol, good morning. Where are you from, Carol? Brenda from Illinois. Let's see. Char, Louise, Cindy, Garfield from Colorado. Good to see so many of you this morning. It is about 65 degrees here. It's still very smoky. You can just smell I went out this morning to check some flowers. I could just smell the air. Then I walked for a little bit, and oh, Carol from Minnesota. Where in Minnesota? I was a teacher in Owatonna way back in the 70s, early 70s. It's about it's 65 right now. It's supposed to get up to like 70 today. And the smoke is still very gray. I've got the blinds completely open because it is dark because of the smoke. The sky is so anyway, I had a big class yesterday at a Christmas in July. It was a lot of fun. You can take a look at the pictures on my Facebook business page, or you're watching today. Good morning, Peggy from Texas. Good to see you today. Then I have a class on Thursday. On Thursday, where did I put that? Oh, here it is. We are doing a framed art class. This is the project that I did, an idea from Christine Bertram in Wisconsin. I took a class from her, and we're going to be repeating this class, sort of similar. And then it's a 9 by 9. It's really a nice size, and it's a Be Grateful is the name of it. And then we're going to do 2 fun folds also. And this is one, you saw this last week. That's the one that folds up, and it's a pop-up column. We did that. And then here's another one of those split front cards, all using the Country Woods and Country Birdhouse. So that's what we're going to be doing on Thursday. I still have room for one person in person, one spot in person, I believe, maybe 2. And I can still take that class to go to ship also. Good morning, Lisa. Good to see you today. Let me just set these things over here. And we will start. So we're going to, I picked up everything here. Let me just see once. Let me grab something real fast. I set those aside. I picked up the cards that I like to use for focusing, and we'll just, we'll turn the camera down now. So close your eyes if you get dizzy. There we are, and there's my host code, sort of hidden. There it is, right there. There it goes, so I'm gonna move that aside. We'll bring this down a little bit. These are that's the zinnia card. That's such a sweet one. This is one from the Country Flowers too. Oh, thank you, Lisa, for sharing. I really appreciate that. So today, because it's a craft along, I'm giving away free embellishments. If I run out of these, I'll give you something else. But please also write down in your comments that you have shared. There's a little button that says share. You can share to a friend. You can share it to your own Facebook profile. You can share it any place you'd like. There are several options. Okay, we're going to be using, for the first card, all of these cards are relatively easy. This one is basic beige with pecan pie and petal pink, and I'm using the Country Woods paper. I'm using this one right here. I love this pack of paper. I hope they keep it forever and ever and ever. It is just one of my absolute favorites that I've ever used. So that's that, and we will start. So this is, and the inside is the outside says you absolutely made my day, and the inside, your friendship is the best gift. Let me show you the cover of the stamps. This is the Seaside Wishes. You absolutely made my day. Your friendship is the best gift. Love you. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. Then we have starfish, sand dollars, and some little pebbles, and then these little speckles right there. And we're going to use just about everything today. And then it comes with, and I will show you how to use these. These are the dies, some wonderful dies. They're quite intricate. Those little, pieces of coral, I guess they are, and the seagrass, they're not hard to cut. But then there's a 3D embossing folder that you can use by itself. You can use it alone so that it looks like, well, where did I put that? Well, it'll show up. It's here. Oh, here it is, right there. You can sort of see that you can just emboss it, or you can cut and emboss at the same time, which is what we're going to be doing today. So I will be showing you that. Okay, let's begin. So here is our card, the basic beige. It's a side folding card. I have all of the directions typed up already, so they will be available as soon take about 5 minutes after the video to get those transferred. So we have a 4 1/4 by 11 base. I love this new basic beige. If you've not tried it, it's just a great neutral. I probably like it even better than the vanilla, but it's really a good one. So we have the white, that's the inside, and then the outside pecan 3 1/4 and by 4 1/4, and then our DSP is 3 by 4. And ladies, anytime you're making cards, 3 by 4 is an excellent size because you can conserve your paper. Now, if you're in a swap, this is a great thing to do. You can just layer it, and you can get 12 from a sheet. Now, I am not all about saving paper because I sell paper, so I'd like you to use your paper too. But I think a 3 by 4 is a perfect measurement. It's the most perfect measurement because you get a lot for your money. And then we're going to layer it on there like that. So if you want to take a screenshot, you can. And then we have a strip of paper for our stamping, and that's it. And then I have all kinds of sand dollars and a coral and things cut already. So we'll put that right there. Okay, and let's see once. Thank you for sharing. You girls are so great about that. I appreciate it. Stacy, good to see you. You are always sharing. And Becky shared. Make sure, ladies, Linda shared. Cheryl Stevens shared. Glenna, good to see you, Glenna. Where are you from? You shared. And let's see once. Who else? Becky White. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you like it. So be sure when you are sharing, if you want to get a prize in the mail, I need to have your address, first of all. If I don't have it, if you think I don't have it, you can message me that. Some of you, I have a lot of your addresses. But you have to say shared. I shared. Or just type the word shared, because it will be hidden otherwise, and then I will not be able to see it. Because every week I have about 4, 5, 6 people share, and I don't know who they are. I do know Stacy shares every week because she always says she shares. Okay, first we're going to put our pecan pie together with our designer paper. This is our inside piece. We're going to do our stamping on that. We're going to put that right there. We're going to just put these together, lickety-split. This is a pretty fast card after you since I have everything already die cut for you. Goes together pretty nicely. I like this. I wasn't sure about this pink and grayish paper when I first saw it in this pack. I thought, what am I going to do with that? But it is a really very useful one. So now I'm just going to, anytime, I love my little silicone mat. If you can't get your runner to start, just go like that. And you can also use your thumb. Okay? So we're going to do, this is going to be a side folding card like this. And we are going to put it right in the middle. Get it nice and centered. Like that. So all the measurements will be typed up. Those of you who order kits, you will get the directions already printed for you. So I'm going to just set that aside for a minute. Now we're going to bring in our stamps and our little piercing mat. These piercing mats, I was telling some ladies yesterday, this is my big piercing mat is like this. But if you can take a, like a really tin snips, or some of you have a Tim Holtz big scissors like I do. This is a tonic scissors that will cut this. You can even try if you have a heavy duty paper trimmer like a guillotine. I cut these in half sometimes for classes because then everyone can have one. I'm just sort of a big proponent of stamping using that piercing mat. That's something I learned from my very first teacher, Shirley Hotop, back in Missouri. She was my first stamping teacher. And we're going to stamp in our pecan pie, but we didn't have stamping up ones, but we had other foam mats at the time. So, okay, you absolutely made my day. We're going to stamp this with our pecan pie. There we go. Clean that on my chamois. We're going to set that aside. We're going to do our inside piece, our white. That's the 3 3/4 by 5. Let me see. Once I was going to stamp, I'm going to stamp. You absolutely made my day. On this one, I did Your Friendship is the Best Gift. So I put some little speckles right there and some rocks or sand or pebbles. I think this one we're going to do we're going to do Love You. We'll just do Love You right here toward the top. I'm going to turn that one over. Good thing we have two sides to the paper. We're going to ink that up well. There we go. And there's the Love You. And now we're going to put some some little sprinkles. What is the deal here? I never have any scrap paper in front of me when it's time to stamp, so we'll just, there we go. I like to, there we go. A few little speckles right there. You can barely see those. And then we're going to put a few little rocks, pebbles. There are several little, there are 3 little pebbles like this. I actually put those 2 together. And you can just, I'm just going to put them along the bottom like this. We're going to stamp them full strength, just alternating between these. So we have like that. Just some rocks along the bottom. I'm going to put one right up there. And one right there that didn't get stamped very well. There we go. And there is our inside of our card. You can stamp whatever you like. I think maybe the friendship one is probably a little bit more useful. I would probably have send that to more people than I would say to say I love you. But if it's a really good friend, you would send it just, I would say I love you. Okay, let's put that aside. We've got this here, and we're going to bring our card right there so we can work on that. All right, here we go. And I am going to flag my, if any of you still have this punch, this hexagon, it's probably 8 or 9, 10 years old. It's a very old one. It's a valuable one. It's been retired for a long time, but it's one that I use a lot because it's a good corner punch like this. You can use a square, but you can also use it. You can also cut it up the center with your scissors and make your own like that. And this one I'm going to actually cut this off so that it's just a little bit long. I didn't even measure these. These are just scraps from my white, when I'm cutting cards and bases and mats, I have a lot of narrow strips like this. So that should be just perfect now. We'll just add it on like that. I want it to stick off the edge just a little bit like that. And we'll put that like this. Just like that. And we're going to put our inside. And like that. How is the weather where you all are? Is it, anyone else have smoke in the air? If you live out west, oh my goodness, we have so much smoke coming from California, Idaho, and Canada. We don't have a lot of smoke in Montana, not a lot of forest fires, but we do have a lot of smoke coming from Canada. I know our son John and his wife Millie and grandkids were planning to go to Jasper National Park up in Canada. It's way beyond Banff, and that's where Terry and I went for our 50th anniversary back in June. Anyway, they were going to go up to Jasper, and they had plans all made for that, but then now Jasper was evacuated because it was on fire. On this card, I put the starfish down here and the little one up there. I was just going to see how it might look if we did just the opposite. I'll show you like this. No, I was thinking I might try that. So here is one of our little pieces of coral. We're just going to do a little dry fitting right here, and then we'll put another one right there, and then the coral little one right there. What do you think? I think that's a good one. I don't know. I think we'll do it just the way I did it originally. I think that's probably, we'll do it like that, I think. I think that's probably a better way. All right, let's see. We're gonna do some glue dots. We're gonna move this aside and this aside for now. We're just going to use some glue dots, and I do have mine rolled just the opposite. So I'm going to keep these loose. I'm going to just put one glue dot right there on the top one. And that'll hold it really well and keep it nice and loose and airy. Then on the second one, I'm going to put 2, and I'm going to roll it with my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to just roll it into a little ball. This is not going to be as big as a dimensional. A dimensional would not fit on here, but this little ball of a glue dot will give it just a tiny bit of dimension. And we're going to put it like that. Okay, and I'm going to put some of these flat adhesive gems, pearls. We're going to put one, we're going to use a big one. All right, oops, right there. And then we'll use a tiny one. You can use the putty end of that for the second one. That one's up a little bit higher. And then with our, for this starfish, we are actually going to use some glue dot, some mini. I'm not a big fan of minis. I like cutting my other ones, but these are perfect for this project. So I prefer my regular glue dots, or dimensionals rather. And I take it up with my piercer. I'm just going to take it and put it on like that. And then this one, I think I can use a regular one. I really like the regular ones a lot. And this one will fit just fine like that. We'll take that, put it, and the starfish has different arms that curve different ways. Okay, and there's our card. We probably just need one more pearl. Let me just grab another pearl with my take your pick tool. I've got 1, 2, we can put one up there, we can put one down here, we can put one right there. I think I'll put it right here. There we go. I like having a triangle with the pearls. That's not, you don't have to do that. So, but it's, you know, you do you. And there is our card. You absolutely made my day. It's a nice little thank you. Love you. Got a little smudge on that one. Alrighty, and both of those are exactly the same. There's nothing different about those. So you would be in the Craft Along kit if you make a purchase from me, any purchase from online exclusives or the catalog. At $40, you get 6 kits plus the directions. $50 or more, you get the gems also included. And everything will be typed out and printed for you like that. That's the way I like to have a kit. I know most people don't do that. Most people send you the PDF links, but I actually like having the directions written out. Okay, card number 2. Let me move this. Get our ink pads right here. We're going to be using Summer Splash and Basic Beige are the colors for today for this card. This one's much more intricate. I'm going to set that right there and put those there. This card has a lot of die cutting. You know, we're not, by Stamping Up compliance, we are not allowed to stamp for people. That's against the rules, against compliance. But we can die cut for people and we can emboss for people. So when I'm doing a craft along, when I'm doing a kit that I'm shipping out, I have to try to work really hard at finding a set that has good die cuts to use. So this one has a lot, but it's a lot of work also. But that's good for you because I've done it for you already. And I think this is from Unbounded Love. I can't remember though. I didn't write it down. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. Your friendship is the best gift. And I put a sand dollar right there in the Basic Beige. So we're going to do that. And our card is the Summer Splash. This is a, oh, I didn't do the measurements. Well, I'll just tell you the measurements. 5.5 by 8.5. I want to give it a good score. I thought I checked all of these, but I guess I did not. And then I already embossed on this Basic Beige. You can sort of see that. And this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Very basic measurements. And again, all the measurements. Whoops, I'm a little heavy-handed there. You have to, I am such a fast stamper. I always have to slow down so I don't. And you know, it's really, quite honestly, I rarely put it on the embossed piece. I usually put it right here on the on my base, because that is such, it has so much embossing and it's such a deep impression. Just gonna, I know it's going to leave like a 1/4 of an inch border, so that's a better way to do it. I'm gonna put this one so the big one is at the bottom. Like, just like that. And thank you very much, I appreciate that. And now we're going to do our little stamping, and then we're going to, I'm gonna do some die, I'm gonna show you how to do the die cutting with the hybrid embossing machine. Let's see, we're gonna stamp on our little label. So I'm gonna get my piercing mat out. This is our label, and we're gonna have our inside. The inside piece is 3/4 by 5. And we're gonna do our label first. Let's see, sometimes, and then we're going to do, what are we gonna do? The friendship one and the sand dollar. We'll do this first. There we go. We're gonna get our, and working in this little tiny space. One thing about the glass mat, remember this is in the online exclusives, and I love mine. I actually I never take it away. I use it all the time. So this is Summer Splash. Sometimes the best things mean the most. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. Of course, that is so true. And then on the inside, we're going to do it's a vertical card. We're going to do your friendship is the best gift, like that. And I'm just using the stamps from this set. I didn't use anything else. I'm going to do some basic beige now. Love this. This Summer Splash is very similar to Coastal Cabana, which is a beautiful color we've had forever. So this is going to be our, I think what I'll do is I'm going to stamp once on our envelope, and then we'll stamp on our card. That way it'll be sort of a stamped off. So this is basic beige. I'm gonna stamp just like that down there in the corner. It's fairly dark. And now I'm gonna stamp the same thing right here. I better redo that, I think, because it looks pretty bad. Let's see if we can try. Let's see if we can fix it by doing that. I think that'll be fine, just like that. Good. So no stamping off on that. Okay. That is all the stamping we have to do for this. And there we have that. Put that there. And I'm going to put this here. All my little bits and pieces. I better put this inside in the card because I will lose it otherwise. You know how it is. Things get lost very easily in these tiny little spaces when we're doing a video. That's the nature of this beast. Okay, so I'm going to just put that aside. Our envelope is here. And now we're going to bring in our embossing folder. I love these. When embossing folders, we've had them in several catalogs now. When they first came out, I was really reluctant about using them, and I wasn't sure how they were going to work. Let me see if I can, I think I can bring it in, and I like to use a fairly large. This is a 6 by 6, I think, or 6 by 5, because you want the whole thing to appear. So the key to these, I think, is you can use it without the dies, and you're always going to use the plate, the base, and the 3D plate. This is called a 3D, it's number 4. And so there's nothing else that's clear plastic, just these two. And what you do is, this is where it says the Stampin' Up! Logo, and it has a line. You put your dies in there like this. And do you see how I can move it around? They don't even slide. There's just a little groove in there and it fits. And then you can put your sheet of paper like that, close it up, and I turn it over like that. You don't have to turn it over. You always want your creased edge in first. I'm gonna just roll this through right now. Hopefully It did not move. And let's see what we have here. We open it up. I think it worked great. And we just pop it out. It cuts and embosses all at the same time. It is the coolest. It's just a really, really nice piece of product that we have. So you get 3 sand dollars and you can use either side. I don't really know which is the correct side. I've used both. So we're going to move that aside. And so you can use that just as an embossing folder like that, or you can cut and emboss at the same time. And then you've got these little bubbles and little things. I guess you could probably pop those or punch them out with a circle punch or something. Anyway, we're going to use these now. And I have done that for the craft along. For those of you who are getting kits, I will have cut things for you already. So we're only going to use one of these, and I'm just going to use the big one. I think we can use it. We'll do it this way. And I have sponged already a color. I didn't on this one, but you can put a little bit of Wink of Stella right on there. That's because I know it's hard to see. Okay, but what I do like to encourage you to do is because these are sort of round, you can just sort of curl them like that. And then I like to put let's see what happened to my dimensionals. Let's see, where did they go? Where did my dimensionals go? Well, I've got a new package. Whenever you start dimensionals, a new package, I always bend them like that. That just works better. And you can pull off a couple. And I like to try to keep my dimensionals right toward the middle because we're going to be tucking things underneath. There we go. I'm sure I'm going to I have 2 other packages of dimensionals opened here, but somehow they just disappeared all of a sudden. So we're going to take those off, and then we're just going to put this on. It doesn't really need to match up, but you can put it any place. I know this is a little bit tough to see. This color is a little bit hard, I think, to see. We're going to pop, this one is going to go under here like this, just like that. And I'm going to bring this up here. So like now that didn't start, so I just take my thumb and now it'll work just fine. I love these tape runners, and I am getting something on this. Here, I must have a dirty mat. That is what is happening, I think. I need to clean those. Okay, I'm gonna just put it right here, like that. And now we're going to tuck things underneath. I've got some, on this card I use coral, Calypso Coral, and I know I've got Calypso Coral in your kit, but I thought it would be fun to show you what Flirty Flamingo looks like. And whenever you do your die cutting, these definitely need to have, this is a part that comes with your, take your pick tools and an addition. You can get refills, these all can be added on. I just keep this one on all the time in this tray, and then you can poke it out. It's nice to have a couple of these for sure. Anyway, great piece of equipment. Where's the other one? Let's see if the other one looks fine. Doesn't need it. But this is something, if you don't have one of these, they're not very expensive. You need to make sure you add that to your collection of things. Okay, we're going to put our little coral right there, and I'm going to use a glue dot again. Put that underneath. I'm going to actually use 2 glue dots. Just another little spot right there, because that'll be hidden. Okay, and keep it like that. And we're going to put another one of these pieces of coral, sea coral, I guess it is, I'm not sure. And I'm going to just sort of roll that up into a little ball again and put that up here, like there. And let's see what else we have. We have seagrass. And we have, there are 3 dies, and some of these I cut apart. And, I was going to ask you, I was going to say I also cut some white. White would have been pretty. This is a white sand dollar. That would have been nice too. But I didn't ask you about that. Okay. Let's see, we put that on the inside already. And so we've got this going on. I'm going to you can just put them like this, and you can just sort of do a dry fit to see where you want things to go. And I cut a couple of these in half because we're just going to tuck them like this. So I'm going to just sort of quickly add a little bit of adhesive to the bottom of this. So I'm going to put one back here like that. Another one up here. Underneath, I can just lift it up because you've just got a little bit of that, you just have that dimensional, or that glue dot in one place. So we've got this long one. I don't know about that. I think I'll just clip it like that, and we'll just use part of it. We'll just put that in like that. That one seems to be stuck already. There we go. I cannot believe we are at the end of July. I have to work on my August classes coming up. I haven't even done that yet. I have a class this Thursday, which is August 1st, but luckily I scheduled that ahead of time. Just like that, and then this one we'll just put like that. Stick it in there. And it's a little bit too long, so I'm going to cut it again. There we go. And then we're going to add some sand dollar. Put it like this. And another tiny, not a sand dollar, it's starfish. You're all going like, well, that's not a sand dollar, it's a starfish. These are just die cut. So there we go. And wait, my hands are getting sticky from those. Okay, let's get our little gems, and our card will be done. Let's see, we're gonna take a small flat pearl and put it right there. And we'll take a big one, put it right there, and another small one right there at the top, and our card is finished. Our envelope is finished, and we are done. And if you wanted, you could pop another little starfish, you could, not starfish, sand dollar, you could have put one in there instead of stamping too. That would be sort of cool. With those, but you can save them for another project. So that is the Pretty in Pink, and this is Calypso Coral. Which one of those do you like better? Which color do you like better? The pink or the coral? Why don't you type your answer in for that? Pink or coral? Okay. And then we have one more card. So if you buy the kit, you would be making 2 of those cards, just like that. Okay, the next card that we make is going to be one using some strips and this So Swirly embossing folder. We are going to use Petunia Pop. I actually sort of struggled with this card, if you saw my post on my business page before, because this is what I made. I wanted to use some strips. I wanted to use the swirly because I thought it looked like water. And it's just a great set of embossing fold. It's a favorite in my classes too. And when you're using this, you use, this is so, I'm not going to bring the machine in, but you use your platform and then a base and then another plastic, a plastic sandwich. There's no thin cutting plate that goes on top like when you're die cutting. So that's how you cut. This one is not a 3D. It's just a regular, we don't have very many anymore that are just regular embossing folders. They're much thinner. The 3D ones are thick. So I'll just let that right there because we're not going to use it. So this is the first card that I made. And, but then I made another one. I made this one. And I thought, I like the way the Petunia Pop's better. So I think this might be what we're going to make today. I like that. I just like the way the white shows the embossing, and I used some of the stitched right there, the postage. Okay, and we've got, you know, I had lots of strips. I had taken I always like Karin Titus's classes. She did a thing with strips, and every year I do some kind of a card with different strips. And I have a lot of strips from cutting in color bases. So I thought, and I like to use them, and I think they look great together. So that was the way I came up with this idea. Let me see so I don't lose things here. And we have, so we're gonna make this one, but this would be a possibility too. If you want to take a snapshot, you can, a screenshot, you can, of both of those. Which do you like better? Let me check the comments. Oh, thanks so much for sharing. You girls are just terrific. Jeannie, good to see you. Carla, Debbie, good. Coral, pink, Janet, pink, pretty cool color combinations, thank you. Cindy, Becky said gorgeous. Great, thanks, Lisa. How can we order kits? Becky, good question, Becky. How do you order the kits? You can just email me. You can text me. My phone number is, I'll just write it down for you right now. My phone number. You can just text me that you would like a kit, and you can PayPal or Venmo or send me a check. Let me get my my phone number is 573-631-60001. It's still a Missouri exchange. That's my phone number. My email is corinbraxton@aol.com. But the best way to be notified about all these things is to sign up for my email. If you've not signed up for my email, please do that, because then you find out what's special every week and what I'm offering or giving away or what I'm doing. So we're going to start with the Petunia Pop, and it's 5.5 by 8.5. It's a top, it's just a regular side folding card like that, scored at 4.25. I will have all those things done for you. Then we have a piece of swirly, the So Swirly white that I did, 4 by 5.25. And you actually need 2 pieces of white because you need one for the inside. And whenever I have one on the white on the outside and white on the inside, I like to do the same color. Now, if I'm just doing a card by myself, it's easy enough for me to say, oh, I can do the 3 3/4 on the inside. But when I'm doing a class, it's very confusing to people, and they tend to, sometimes people use the wrong one. So we're gonna use the swirly one on top, and then this one is going to go on the inside, and that was 4 by 5.25. I'm gonna put, that's gonna be stamped on right there, and then we're gonna put our label right there. So we're gonna put this down, and I'm going to do my adhesive right here on the card. That way we don't tear our embossing folder. This one's not as deep, but it's quite a pretty folder. Can you see how it just swirls like crazy? Really nice. It's 4.25, just a thin border there. Then we're going to be using our, this is a postage die, Perennial Postage, and we're going to actually pop that up. So we're going to work on that in a minute. I'm going to set that other base aside. We've got, again, 3 by 4, my favorite size, 3 by 4. And I'm going to put that right there. And we're going to do our little strips on this now. I'm going to set that there. This is going to go right there. So we're going to start with our strips, and I better get my little silicone mat out. Better use the other one. That one I think has some ink spots on it when I have to clean it. Okay, we're going to just, this one the first one I made, I have pretty big gaps because there are 5 colors. But we're going to actually fill it in more. So I'm going to actually put glue, my Tombow glue, right back and forth like this. This is the fast way of doing it. Just like that. And because I'm going to have these all touch, so we're going to start with I'm going to start right at the edge. And it's okay, we're going to be cutting off the pieces that are left over. And I think this time I am thinking about omitting that peach pie. So the pink is next, or any order you want, of course, doesn't make any difference. There we go. So this just seems like not the right color. I'm going to leave that one off this time. And now I'm going to go back and repeat my colors. So there's my Summer Splash. And then we have Petunia. And then we have our green. And what's the green one called? Emerald Envy, I think it's called. Okay. And then I need one more. We're going to repeat that. We want to go back to the original color. So we're going to use, well, maybe we're going to just put a pink one on there instead. I think that's what we'll do. We'll just use pink. Okay. Okay. Now, if you have a clear block, you can set that on there. Hopefully mine's nice and dry. Well, I think that I like that better without the pink, without the peach pie in there. I like the peach pie, but I'm just going to cut these off with my scissors. And I'm just going to leave that one right there like that. Or little pieces. So I think scraps, you could do this. This is something you can do with designer paper or with design or with your cardstock scraps. I have a whole thing of scraps in a drawer. When I cut something, I immediately turn around, I have a drawer of white, and then I have all the different colors. This works pretty well, I think. This would go on here like this. Isn't that pretty, like that postage on there? And what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to take a big sheet of my adhesive pieces that I cut down, peel it off like that. These are my favorite adhesive. I like the plain adhesive, and I like these. I don't really like the mini ones so much. Okay, and there we have it, and here's this. Oh, I like that better than with the gold in there. Let me see, I'm going to just add this like this. I don't want to pop it up again because I popped up the other layer, but I could have popped up this one maybe. That might have been a better idea than what I did, but it doesn't make any difference. Okay, and there we have that. Now we're going to do our stamping. We've got some coral right here. You can see there was a lot of work that went into this with all this die cutting. And that's going to go on there like that. My glue dots are coming apart. I liked it. Wait, I don't know. This is something I learned back when I was stamping back in Missouri from my teacher, Shirley Hotop. We just would tie a ribbon on there like that. And it just sort of tells you where it is. And we're going to put the one glue dot right there. And I'm gonna put 2 and turn it into a little ball. And just rolled it around like that. And put it on just sort of like we did on the first one. Okay, now we need to do our stamping, so let's set that aside and do our words. We're going to stamp our inside. Let me see once here. We're going to stamp our inside. And what are we going to do? We're going to do a little starfish and Petunia Pop. We're just going to use Petunia Pop for everything. I think it's a pretty neat color. I was looking in my closet this morning for things that looked like Petunia Pop, and I couldn't find anything. I have things that are more pink, but not petunia. So now I'm going to I already die cut these, and I'm going to just stamp over. If you take away your paper, there we go. And that's very easy to do. I like that, don't you? It looks really pretty when it's all stamped. You could do the same thing with the big one. On this inside, though, I want to put some little dots. Stamping off and adding some dots. There we go. And let's find some words to put. So that's my phone number if you want to. And what we're going to do, your friendship is the best. And we're going to do, you absolutely made my day on the inside. We'll do that. There we go. It's sort of a messy one. And on the little label that we have, where's my label? Right here. I think this is from Unbounded Love. I'm not sure. And that is going to be your friendship again. Oh, I have ink. Oh, but I do have another one, so we'll do that. We'll use that one. These don't have stitching. These have like a raised edge. There we go. And close that up before I have white shorts on today, and I'm getting ink all over my hands. So, okay, that is a rich color. So we can put our things together. And I hope you'll try that 3x4 for a lot of things, because I think it works so well. I'm trying not to touch my fingers, have all that glue on, or not glue, ink. Okay, so now we are going to put our gems on, and we're going to put our starfish. We're going to put him right there. We're going to put the little tiny mini. Oh, those are regular. That's where my regular ones went, in the wrong spot. I have things for everything things go in certain spots, and I like to put them back right where they go. I'm going to have that overlap like that. And then we're going to pop this one up with our dimensionals, with our regular dimensionals. I'll just put a couple of those on. I have this tool kit that I bought from Christine Bertram in Wisconsin. Here it is. This is one that I'm giving away. Her name of her team is called Be Creative, and it holds Stampin' Up! Tools like this. And I have one of those that I bought, and I'll be giving that away during my my August 31st drawing. Well, maybe it'll be September 1st drawing, because it goes through August. And but there's a spot for the dimensionals right in the back. So that's where I put them. Your friendship is the best gift. And then we're going to put some, we're going to put a big one, a big pearl right there. We're going to put a small one here. And we're going to put in a third one someplace. I think we'll put it up there. And there we go. I think that looks good just the way it is. What do you think? Let's see once. I like that a lot better than with the peach pie in there. What do you think? Which one do you like? Or do you like this one better? Do you like the pretty in pink? So this is the one we did today. That's the one I did before. This is my first one. Which is your favorite? Okay, let's see if we can. Great card. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Thank you for the pretty color combinations. Coral. Cute. Oh, there's so many comments. I'm so pleased. And make sure that, again, if you share, my video today, I will send you a package of gems. They will be retired gems, but in any case, I have quite a few of these, so I probably have 8 or so. So we'll see how many people are sharing. If you don't, we go over 8, I'll pull out another gem. I have some cork left too. That's sort of a neat one for summer. Okay, and don't forget we have our big jar. So if you do order a kit, you also get coupons for that. And remember, bonus days, last chance. Today and tomorrow, last chance for our bonus days. Then starting Thursday, August 1st, we can redeem the coupons for free money. It's like, oh, it's really neat. It's almost like free shipping too. So it's really nice to have that. Okay, let's turn the camera up. We have gone to exactly 1 hour today. Turn the camera and we will say goodbye. I hope you all have, thank you, Denise. And ladies, if you did share, please, like Denise just wrote, she wrote shared, because if you don't, some people's names are hidden and I can't find those. So be sure you say that. And if you could always make sure you set your notifications so that you can watch the videos each week. If you are on YouTube, there's a bell you can ring to subscribe. And oh, thank you, Yolanda. I appreciate you sharing. You can subscribe that way too. I appreciate the thumbs up, the hearts, all those things. And I will see you next Tuesday. Alrighty. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you so much. Thanks, Shirley, for sharing. All right. Bye-bye.